The path I chose wasn't wrong.
Shohei Ohtani, bringing together MLB's most stacked roster, with overwhelming talent and undeniable presence. But behind that almost magnetic pull he carries, there's a quiet miracle he sparked, one that's now catching attention across the United States. At the center of it all is Miguel Rojas, the Dodgers' respected veteran, the big brother figure trusted and loved by every younger player in the clubhouse. In a team full of superstars, he's been the one doing the gritty work, leading from the shadows. But with age catching up, he found himself standing at a major crossroads in his career. And yet, the reason he's back on the field in 2026, fired up with a new sense of purpose, comes down to something unbelievable. A quiet, almost unthinkable gift he received from Ohtani. Today's story is about why this battle-tested leader, who once even considered retirement last season, chose to keep fighting alongside a once-in-a-generation hero like Ohtani, and the full story behind the gift that pulled him back from the edge.
We're strong because Shohei is here.
I want to keep fighting alongside Shohei. He's the reason I decided to come back next year. Those were the powerful words Miguel Rojas shared as he committed to the 2026 season. Behind that unwavering decision was one unforgettable night. The dramatic Game 7 of last year's World Series. With the Dodgers backed into a corner, the entire stadium wrapped in tension. Everything on the line. Stepping up to the plate, Rojas unleashed a sharp, fearless swing, sending a game-tying home run soaring into the night sky. A moment so dramatic, so unbelievable, it could only be called a miracle. He's not just a veteran filling a roster spot, he's the emotional backbone of the team, a man deeply trusted by the coaching staff. When Mookie Betts made the transition to the infield, Rojas stayed by his side, guiding him every step of the way. And whenever young players struggled with the language barrier, he'd invite them over to his home for meals, helping them adjust to life in the majors. Even on days he wasn't in the lineup, he'd be right at the front of the dugout, constantly lifting his teammates up. He truly was the heartbeat of a championship-caliber Dodgers team. But even a warrior like him had been carrying a quiet struggle deep inside. In recent years, he'd been battling constant injuries and intense pain, unable to perform the way he once could. With a body pushed to its absolute limit, he had made a decision on his own. My body might not hold up much longer. After this World Series, I'll walk away from the game. A silent countdown to retirement, something he never told anyone. That's exactly why Game 7, on the biggest stage of all, meant everything to him. It was the culmination of his entire baseball life. But after that dramatic, game-tying home run, something inside him changed completely. In a stadium erupting with emotion, he let go of the thought of retirement, vowing instead to keep fighting side by side with Shohei and to stay with the Dodgers. A single night that completely overturned the resolve of a veteran who had already made peace with walking away. And in truth, right after he returned to the dugout, still riding that wave of emotion, Shohei Ohtani handed him something, a gift that shook Rojas to his core and pulled him back from the edge of despair. That was the moment when a single gesture from Ohtani pierced straight through his heart.
The shocking words from Ohtani that lit a fire in Rojas.
Rojas had been carrying the weight of retirement all on his own, without telling a single soul. But the moment he launched that clutch, game-tying home run. That hidden, painful resolve was shattered in a way he never could have imagined. With the roar of the crowd still echoing behind him, Rojas made his way back to the dugout, adrenaline still surging. And in that electric moment, the first person to greet him was none other than Shohei Ohtani. Seeing Rojas at a loss for words, overwhelmed with emotion, Ohtani grabbed him firmly by both shoulders, looked him straight in the eyes, and said, "Retiring next year is not an option. We're doing this together for the next 10 years. It wasn't money. It wasn't some extravagant gift. It was something far more powerful. Words from Ohtani that shook him to his core. A veteran who had quietly held the team together, giving more than anyone behind the scenes. With his body pushed to the limit, he had already accepted that it was time to step away. And yet, in that moment, Ohtani showed him the highest level of respect and genuine care. Rojas later reflected on that unforgettable exchange in an interview. "I can't forget the look on Shohei's face. The moment I saw his eyes, I knew he truly meant it. He's not the kind of guy who says something like that unless he means it. Well, 10 more years might be a bit much, though. To be truly needed, valued from the bottom of someone's heart." The instant he felt that honest, unwavering belief, the thought of retirement vanished from Rojas's mind in the blink of an eye. Looking back, Ohtani himself had overcome the adversity of right elbow surgery, enduring a brutal rehab process and a lonely battle like no one else. That's exactly why he never overlooked Rojas. The quiet dedication, the unseen sacrifices, the way he kept lifting the team while fighting through pain. If Shohei believes in me that much, then I can still go. No, I have to. For him. To help push him to the top. Contracts, recognition after retirement. None of that mattered anymore. What mattered was this. There was a man who truly saw him, who faced him with complete sincerity, even as a veteran nearing the end. And that truth reignited something in him. A fierce passion for the game that had almost burned out. "This is where I belong, right here, with the Dodgers." Ohtani's overwhelming presence and deep character didn't just impact Rojas. They brought the entire Dodgers organization together, binding them with a level of unity like never before. Rojas fought his way back from the brink and made the decision to stay with the Dodgers. But then, something happened that could have shaken that resolve. Behind the scenes, the prestigious New York Yankees came in with a massive offer. For a veteran nearing retirement, it was an extraordinary deal. And yet, Rojas turned it down without hesitation. There was only one reason. Shohei. He wanted one more shot at the World Series with Shohei Ohtani, even if it was just for one more year. To him, money meant nothing compared to the passion Ohtani brought to the team, and the family-like bond he created inside that clubhouse. That decision quickly became a major talking point across the United States. On social media, fans were saying, "Ohtani's influence is worth more than any contract." Even the Los Angeles Times applauded Rojas, saying his true value could never be measured by numbers. In a league where business often comes first, choosing to stand beside Ohtani over a massive payday became something more. A symbol of a bond that money simply can't buy. Rojas chose bonds over money, turning down a massive offer without a second thought. And he wasn't alone. Veterans across the league, drawn by loyalty to the Dodgers, walked away from tempting deals from other teams. Behind every one of those decisions, there was always the same presence. The light that is Shohei Ohtani. Ohtani's greatest impact on the Dodgers. It's not the record-breaking home runs. It's not even the massive economic influence. It's something you can't measure. The ability to move people's hearts and bring them together with an unbreakable bond. That invisible value, beyond stats and numbers, is what truly defines his greatness. At the center of this unbelievable story, there's always Shohei Ohtani. Eyes shining like a kid who simply loves the game. The overwhelming energy he brings and the deep respect he shows to everyone around him. That rare greatness of character is what's driving a historic franchise, like the Dodgers, into a new golden era. So, let me ask you one thing. What do you think is Ohtani's greatest impact on his team? His relentless, no-compromise approach to the game? The way he respects his teammates, no matter their age or status? Or his unwavering, genuine character toward everyone? For me, it's his character.
Thanks for watching all the way through. What did you think? Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us as we continue to follow Shohei Ohtani's incredible journey. See you in the next one.